I was working with pelvic patients and before I had children, and I was so gung ho about helping these pregnant patients during their pregnancy. And I was seeing the benefit. They were having more empowered births, they were having less injuries. And I'm like, wow, every mom needs to hear this. But I was just helping them in one component, which was the physical prep. So when I became pregnant with my first child, I did everything. I mean, I thought I've got this in the bag. I'm a pelvic floor PT. I may have been a little cocky. I did the hospital birth class. I thought that was enough. My husband was supportive. And right off the bat, I got into the birth world like many of us do, where our first birth doesn't go as we thought it would. I didn't know how to advocate for myself. I ended up being induced for a medically unnecessary reason. It was, 36 hours in the hospital. It was very traumatic. I felt like my power was taken away. And I realized I had not trained spiritually or mentally for this childbirth. I ended up delivering vaginally. I had a healthy baby boy, but it made me realize I wanted to do this differently. So I kind of dove into the birth world and I learned as much as I can, and I'm still learning today how we can prepare holistically for birth. So that brought me to my next childbirth was a home birth, another baby boy. And then just 3 months ago, I welcomed twin girls at home and had a twin home birth, which was I could talk about that like for an hour, so we won't get into that. But I've realized that there's different ways to prepare than there's a lot more that we need to learn than what is really the mainstream way of preparing for childbirth. And that's where my heart is to help women so that they don't feel like their power is taken away like it was for my first birth. So no regrets there. It was a learning experience. And I think with each birth, we learn so much more about ourselves and about the birth process in general.